Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, see the world through a fresh lens with high-quality replacement lenses, specialized care for your little ones, what you should know about civil litigation law, planning your dream vacation, outdoor experiences that help to heal our heroes, plus lots more, today on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Sunglasses are not just a fashion accessory. They also play a crucial role in protecting our eyes from harmful UV rays. However, accidents happen, and lenses can get scratched or damaged over time. That's where replacement lenses come in. Let's dive in and learn more.
Most of the eyewear industry is owned by a couple of huge corporate giants that control all the name brand sunglasses. They charge a fortune for those name brands because they can, and when something gets damaged with those frames, they prefer the customer to come back to them to buy new frames. We're disrupting the eyewear industry by offering replacement lenses for those name brand sunglasses so the consumer can keep their favorite pair of shades in action for a longer period of time at a fraction of the cost of replacing them. Literally anybody can replace the lenses in their own sunglasses. So if you're somebody who wears sunglasses outdoors, we make the lenses for you. We're an American company who custom cuts every pair of lenses to order that ships straight from our lab in Clearwater, Florida. We custom make lenses for Oakley, Ray-Ban, Costa Del Mar, any of the big name brands. If you have a brand that you don't see on our website, you can send them in to us through our concierge program where we can custom cut lenses just for those frames.
Fuse Lenses makes it easy for you to revive your favorite sunglasses at home with high-quality, custom-made replacement lenses.
Usually when a pair of sunglasses is damaged, the frame is fine, just the lenses need to be replaced. Through our services, you have the ability to upgrade your lenses with polarized, color enhancing, blue light, even prescription lenses at a fraction of the cost of buying a new frame. Oftentimes, a pair of our lenses will be about 1/5 the cost of a brand new pair of sunglasses. You can order non-prescription lenses as well as prescription lenses. And since we specialize in lenses particularly, we can offer higher prescription ranges than most optical shops can.
Each custom lens created is guaranteed compatible with your sunglasses frame.
So after the customer finds their brand and model on our website, it will come to us in the lab on a series of printers, where we will then pull the lenses that they've ordered, put them in a tray where they're moved on to cutting, and then in the cleaning process, we make sure that there's no defects or scratches or pitting, and then we move it on and ship it straight to the customer. All of our lenses are high-quality shatterproof polycarbonate that are custom cut to order. It's the same quality you would expect from any of the major brands. We have a tracer in the lab that traces all frames at 9,000 points to ensure fitment, and then after that, we're able to store it in our own database, which we continuously keep up with and update as needed. AMP is a true color enhancing lens that increases color, contrast, and clarity, and they're optimized for different sports and can even increase your reaction time. Fuse is actually the only direct-to-consumer lens company that offers a true color enhancing lens.
These replacement lenses are made to last and feature coatings that increase scratch resistance and durability.
The quality of our lenses is extremely important to us. We want to make sure that we get the best product out to our customers, so everything is tested in-house to ensure that quality. We like to simulate daily use in our testing lab. We do that with a rub test. On average, a customer will rub their lenses 5,000 times in a year, and we do it 20,000 times to ensure a long-lasting lens. We also have high-temperature ovens that simulates high temperatures and humidity to make sure that our lenses last at least 3 years for our customer. Our Pro and AMP lenses go under a more rigorous testing process so that we can ensure that they last 3 times longer for our customer.
We also offer our own line of sunglasses that have the same high quality of lenses that you've come to expect from us, but at way more affordable prices than the name brands. We believe that creating experiences outdoors leads to a more fulfilling life. We aim to be the lenses that you experience that life through.
To learn more about Fuse Lenses, visit the website at fuselenses.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
These amazing stories keep coming, just like this one.
Being the parent of a medically fragile child is a big challenge, but you don't have to do it alone. The experts at Focus Forward Skilled Care are helping and supporting Florida families with wisdom and compassion.
Focus Forward Skilled Care specializes in taking care of medically fragile kids. Those are kids from newborn till the age of 21 that have some kind of medical problem, whether it's a trach or a vent or something that requires nursing. And the nurses go to the homes of the families so that the kids can be let go out of the hospitals. We don't want the kids in the ICUs. That's a terrible place for them to spend their life. So they can get a doctor's prescription through Medicaid for the children to go home, and we provide the nursing care in the home so the children can be taken care of there with their families, which is where they should be.
Medical care at home isn't just for seniors. Kids also want to be in familiar surroundings because it's the best place to grow and be with loved ones.
So when the trainees come in here, we want to remind them they're working with a child. And so like when we're lifting someone up in the bed, that we make sure that they're comfortable, that their neck is supported, that they have the things that they love that are closest to them. We have a lot of children with hands that can't support, and so we make sure that we're reminding nurses that sometimes we have to support the hand and we can do things gently so that when we're working with a patient, it's not rough.
We provide nursing care in what we call a team model.
Team model means that if you have a child requiring 24-hour care, that they'll have a nurse team of 5 to 6 nurses that have consistent schedules so you know who's in your home and they know your child. Being a nurse myself, I love when I'm able to see the same patient and to have a plan with them. When you have a team of nurses working together with a family, the consistency helps to avoid illnesses. The nurses see what the parents see. You know how parents sort of know when the child's starting to get ill? When it's the same team of nurses, they see that too. And the nurse team becomes the voice of the child.
Home health care can be like a symphony, so they also provide a variety of educational experiences, enriching children's care with a holistic approach.
I think another thing that makes Focus Forward unique is that we try to provide enriched ed programs for our children. And what that is that the nurses will do some teaching with the children, and that's very unique in this industry. And we think it's important because our children don't go to school.
And it involves reading a story. There's sensory motor. So an example like Fluffy Bunny, we have a popsicle stick with a cotton ball. And so the nurse, while they're telling the story and narrating the story, the cotton ball is telling the Fluffy Bunny story. Do you remember the Itsy Bitsy Spider? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. So it's like that, but we're using the child's skin. And it also has an environmental science learning component at the end of the activity.
Their care doesn't just help the children, it takes some of the stress off of the parents too.
I'll give you an example. If you have a child who's on a ventilator, right, or has seizures, the nighttime can be very frightening because as a parent, you may not hear the danger. Well, if there's a nurse in the room that you know and trust who also knows your child, you can sleep at night. And that's the kind of care that we provide and services that we're proud to give.
It really gives you a different perspective on what's going on because it's not just about nursing care. It's about the whole family and the issues that they're dealing with and what the child is going through, what the family's going through.
Many of our parents are single parents or parents that work. And so if you don't have someone to provide nursing care for your children, you have to not work. So we empower families to be independent and to have jobs. When we started Focus Forward, we knew that it took a village to provide good care for children. And so we try to be the village. And when parents are making a decision, we remind them that they're not alone, right? They're not alone. And we welcome them here.
For more information about Focus Forward Skilled Care, visit focusforwardcare.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Stressful situations can be made worse if the legal advice isn't up to par. That's why it's crucial to find the best.
Civil litigation law requires a special type of legal help. Maybe you've fallen behind in your bills or an unexpected expense pops up. Here's what you need to know.
Hi, I'm Robert Vigh. I'm with Vigh Springer, and I'm a civil litigation attorney. I've been practicing for 28 years in Florida in state and federal courts. The areas of law that Vigh Springer cover are generally contract disputes. They can be transactional in nature, or they can be as part of litigation. Litigation is a dispute that's filed in court, a legal proceeding, and we represent individuals, corporations, partnerships in those types of disputes. Sometimes the opposing party is a consumer, and sometimes that party is not represented by an attorney. Special laws apply in that situation. The difference between civil law and criminal law is generally private parties' disputes in civil cases against other private parties. They can involve governments, but generally it's private parties. In criminal cases, a prosecutor brings the case on behalf of the government, state or federal, and there could be imprisonment, fines, or probation as the punishment. Our unique approach is to first engage with the other side in a non-adversarial way. The legal process is an adversarial process, but we go a different step. We take the additional step of developing a rapport with the adversary. We make smart disclosures. Some are required by law, but we make some additional disclosures to help manage expectations and show options that are available to the other side.
Robert and his partners believe in providing a better understanding of what to expect if you ever find yourself in a civil lawsuit. This should minimize anxiety.
We come up with the best strategy in an adversarial situation by reaching out in a non-adversarial way. We provide smart disclosures to the other side, including information that they may not be aware of that our client has, options that they may not be aware of that our client is willing to concede. That way, the other side can compare their possible outcomes with what our client expects to receive, and to ensure that it's something that's fair to them. In an effort to protect the brands and the reputation of the people involved, we also take steps to make sure that we're not disclosing information, or if we do reach a settlement, that it can be confidential. And if there's credit reporting being done, we can negotiate how that credit reporting is done, what is said, and whether to stop credit reporting on it, or even deleting the prior credit reporting, depending on the facts.
The goal is to avoid litigation and solve these issues through mediation.
It is just like negotiating a deal. Most litigation results in settlements, not trials. So the parties engage in settlement at some point. It may be court-ordered mediation, or it may be the initiative of one or both of the attorneys.
What's the end result? Compassionate and creative ways to resolve disputes.
Our firm doesn't believe in beating people up. It is an adversarial process by nature and by design, and that's designed to give both parties the opportunity to explain their side of the story.
For more information about the law offices of Vigh and Springer, visit svslawfirm.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Up next, another story not to be missed.
From cruises to honeymoons, theme parks, and more, Magical Enchanted Vacations makes planning your dream getaway as refreshing as an ocean breeze. Let's see how they do it.
Hi, I'm Anna Lemons. I'm a travel advisor at Magical Enchanted Vacations. I became a travel agent because for as long as I can remember, I have enjoyed planning things for people. I love having an itinerary built when you go on a trip and a vacation, and sometimes planning is the most fun part. And so I always wanted to help people create those magical memories for their families. But with Magical Enchanted Vacations, I felt like I was going to be able to be successful because of the foundation that this company had.
Their goal is to create the vacation of a lifetime for couples, families, honeymooners, solo travelers, and more.
As a travel agent, I'm able to plan vacations to all different destinations. I'm able to do special trips like honeymoons. I do a lot of honeymoons for people. I can do trips to all-inclusive resorts where everything is included. I do a lot of cruises. We're able to send people on Caribbean cruises or Alaskan cruises, European cruises. I love planning Disney vacations for people and theme park vacations to places like Disney, Universal, theme parks in California, Disneyland. And I'm able to do special trips for families, whether they're taking their teenager on a graduation celebration or whether it's grandparents treating their grandkids to a special Christmas time trip. I'm able to plan a variety of things to all types of destinations, and it's really enjoyable.
Why should you book with a travel agent?
When using a travel agent, we are able to provide services and things that the traveler will not have to do and will not have to worry about. We can spend hours and hours on hold for the client, trying to make sure we get their details changed if a last minute change or cancellation comes up. If we're needing to work on getting a refund for that client, we're able to do that instead of them having to spend time on hold. And by using a travel agent, we are able to get those great deals for them and helps create this whole itinerary for them and plan out every detail. They just get to go and enjoy the trip and have fun. They get to do the fun part. So another wonderful thing about booking with a travel agent is that you are able to pay with a low deposit at the beginning and make installment payments as time goes on. So it's something that is flexible for you and your family. We can do payments as it will be best for you. Another thing is that we're able to book trips years in advance. So if you know you're having a graduation or a retirement that's happening 2 years from now, we're able to go ahead and book that out and plan your dream vacation a little bit along the way. And so that's another really valuable thing of using a travel agent. We'll even help you know what to pack and to bring with you on your trip. There's little details that we're able to provide to you, other information that we can give you that will help you with your traveling process, even from when we book it all the way to packing and getting prepared to leave, having the right documents and things that you need to travel.
And the best part, their services are free.
We are free to the client. We don't charge anything. They're going to get the same prices by booking direct through the supplier, through the company or the hotel or the cruise line as we would, except sometimes we're able to find them deals or discounts that they may not have known were out there. So the reason that our services are free is because we are able to get a commission from the supplier that we book you through. So whether we're booking you on a cruise or to a resort destination, we get paid a commission from them, and we are never charging our clients anything, and so it's always free to you. So I think there's a lot of value right now with family travel together. I think that it's valuable to go as a whole family to destinations that you've never been to before. You can introduce your children or your brothers and sisters to a totally new destination and introduce them to new things that they've never seen. So if you're thinking of taking a trip of any kind to any destination, make sure you give us a call at Magical Enchanted Vacations. We would love to make your trip more magical for you and help you plan out every detail so that you get to enjoy the best part of vacation, and that's having fun.
For more information about Magical Enchanted Vacations or to become part of their team, visit magicalenchantedvacations.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Another great story coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm John McDaniel. I'm the founder and CEO of the Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation. We provide world-class outdoor sporting activities for our nation's combat wounded veterans, Purple Heart recipients specifically.
Meet John Keeney, a Purple Heart recipient who enjoyed his experience so much, he decided to become a volunteer.
A friend of mine that was in my platoon in the Marine Corps went on a gator hunt with Wounded Warriors in Action, and he told our logistics coordinator about me having a Purple Heart, and she started calling and asking me if I wanted to go on a hunt and or a fishing trip. And I actually told her no for about a year, and then finally she talked me into it, and really glad I did. My favorite moments come from getting to see these heroes do something that they didn't think they could anymore after their injury.
So in other words, if you have a mobility issue, then we try to make sure that that individual is participating in an activity that is appropriate given his or her challenges, but also their preferences regarding what they like to do. So we ask them to rank file, if you will, the types of things they enjoy doing in the outdoor sporting area. Whether it be hunting dangerous game animals, as an example, is our number one. That's the number one choice that the heroes have: alligators, bears, things like this. So, and some of them might just want to go fishing in fresh or salt water.
We were up in Kodiak Island salmon fishing, and a buddy of mine that was on the event with us, he turns around, he looks past my shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, dude, turn around." And I turn around real slow, and there's a big, huge Kodiak brown bear standing, 20 yards behind me looking at us. And that was kind of hairy.
Their initiatives and adventures offer a proven healing formula to this unique portion of the veteran population.
These experiences help me just from getting to be around some people that have been through the same thing I've been through. Sitting around a campfire is one of my favorite places in the world, and getting to sit around the campfire with some guys that have bled in the same boots per se as you have is outstanding. And it's just, you learn so much.
So once upon a time, it was me leading all of these heroes in the field. And what I realized pretty rapidly is that this is first off, it's not about me, it's about them. So if I could train these amazing Americans to do what I did, lead these activities in the field, the world would be a much better place. And I think their lives and our hosts' lives would be much more enriched. And now these amazing Americans are leading their peers afield, but they're certified guides through, I think, what is the finest guide school in America. The hosts are pretty much the center of gravity for what we do. Once upon a time, the original idea of this mission set was to bring these heroes to my property in northern Wisconsin called Camp Hackett. And then people all across the country started to reach out to me and say, "I want to help." And so it was very easy math, if you will, for me to pivot the business model, to shift it a little bit so that we could begin to serve more heroes.
The aha moment for me was watching this organization in just a weekend being able to change a life just by hunting or fishing.
And all of this at no cost. You just can't put a price on the value of camaraderie.
So the organization puts you back in a spot where that camaraderie exists and it's needed. And that right there is healing in itself.
John Keeney and I went out on Tampa Bay and we fished. John comes from Georgia, and he never has had the opportunity to fish for snook, reds, or sea trout. And so he had never caught any of those. And he said to me, I would just like to catch a snook. And I said, well, the Grand Slam is the big three, and I'll bet we'll get 2 out of the 3. And sure enough, we did.
The value of lifelong friendships is immeasurable. Just the aspect of going fishing with John McDaniels, a retired colonel, is something awesome, and the founder of our organization. Who would have thought I'd ever get to do that? I mean, the guy's incredible and somebody I look up to more than anyone in this world. So it's an awesome experience.
And it doesn't just change the lives of our nation's combat wounded. It also helps those within our society that have been looking for a way to reach out and make a difference in somebody's life.
For more information about the Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation, visit WWIAF.org or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.